in the
D.
background. G, C, and D. This is the G, C, and the G, D, and a G, and a C, G, D. I think that's right.
All
Are
right.
we live for this right now? Oh my
Yes,
goodness.
we are. You're getting,
Those
guys. Welcome to the
hooves
garden party. We're trying to get this down. If somebody out there professionally would love to record the garden party theme song, that would be fantastic. I would love that. But for now, we got Phil on his ukulele. Go ahead and hit it, Phil.
All right. This is the garden party, and we wanna go to party with you. And with the practice we grow, and some things we might not know. The garden party.
Hey, I appreciate the
Man, that was
enthusiasm, dude. The
Indie rock.
enthusiasm, dude.
A
That was
for effort.
incredible. That was
110%.
incredible. Oh my god! Now I can talk about Phil now that he's got this. Now he did things song. I can talk shit. Sorry. Oh my god, too early for that. Guys, welcome to Garden Party. It's Wednesday. I'm Texas Garden Guy. Not in Texas right now. I am currently as opposed to an Instagram post just recently. I'm in the crappiest hotel in all of Destin, Florida. I found out. Um, yeah, but that's why I'm in the hotel. But yes, Phil, how you doing, dude?
What up, everybody? It's your favorite ukulele player / fig grower, plant parent juggling the two. I'm good. I have had like a bunch of sunny days. The only downside right now is it's warm here in Wilmington, but there's less sunlight, and it's getting less, and it's less, and it's less, and the sun is getting lower in the sky. And a lot of times that I get the garden are early in the morning and late in the evening, and I'm losing both of the windows of opportunity to do that with sunlight. But other than that, I am harvesting figs. I got a bowl of figs in the fridge right now.
Dude, figs is fig ripening season. Like
It's
this
fig
going in,
ripening season.
it is.
Oh my gosh, I'm getting my heavy hitters are starting to ripen. I posted one, my Calderona de Minor, my Bass's favorite, and it was just like it was a caprified fig. It was just like straight jam, and it was big and robust, and I was like, this is for me, this is for no one else, by myself. And I just enjoyed it, and then I shared it with the internet.
There you go. Yeah, I love your fig harvesting videos, man. Happy to have you. I thought I was gonna be in the East Coast because I'm in Florida, but apparently the Panhandle of Florida is still in the Central Time Zone. So I did not know that. Like, I think it cuts off like Panama City Beach. But another East Coast time zoner, Josh, what's going on, dude?
What's happening? So did you say caprification? Is that a word for
Mhm.
for a fig word? We need a glossary of fig terms. I think you could write a little mini book on that.
That's when it gets
So-
pollinated, right?
Yep.
You know, like
It is
all
when
the,
a fig is pollinated, it is caprified.
Because a male fig is a caprifig.
Correct.
I like that.
You can tell because when you look under, no, I'm just kidding.
You
But
can
no,
tell
Josh,
it's an
how-
aspen tree because of the way it is.
yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm
Josh.
good. I'm just one thing that I learned this week is once you get over 40, it takes at least 3 days to recover from heavy manual labor. So
Or drinking.
yeah, and so I had my buddies over to do a planting day, and they're both younger than me, first of all, and we're out there, we're digging. I mean, we put in like 9 honeyberries and 4 persimmon trees, and we built this whole bed. We downed some trees, so we're carrying these huge logs, and putting them on the edge
So
of the bed.
wait, can we just interrupt? That sounds like you're living the dream right now. Like
Some Paul Bunyan
what I
stuff.
would do. Oh, this weekend I'm gonna plant a bunch of honeyberries, take down some trees, build a fire.
Yeah, we
build
could
a
have
house
danced
with the
around it
logs we cut
shirtless.
down.
We could have
Yeah.
danced around it shirtless and, whatever,
Yeah.
made whatever sounds we want in the air, and nobody would be the wiser. But for like 2-3 days, I was like, I'm sore. My whole body's sore. I'm not used to this feeling. I used to be able to go out and plant all day by myself, and next day wake up and do some more. And it's just, age is catching up to you. So maybe I should plant more so that I'm less sore. You see what I'm saying?
I was
I'm trying
gonna
to figure
say,
that out.
Yeah.
soreness is it's like weakness leaving the body, man. That's your body getting those micro tears. You probably needed to eat a steak, drink a bunch of collagen heavy things, sleep 8 hours, wake up, do it again, break up the lactic acid. That's the athlete in me talking, but I think
I need a personal coach
parents-
like you, personal planting coach.
You are in luck because we have a male model on the podcast tonight. This guy is more shirtless than David Beckham back in his prime. Jeremy, what is going on, dude? Dirty Park Gardening. How you doing, dude?
Not much, guys. It's good to be back. It's been a while.
I know. It feels like it's been for. I mean, you just been busy, dude, right?
Yeah. I got a ton of stuff going on. But yeah, winding down a little bit now. I don't know. Weather's weird, hot again, so who knows. But lack of rain, it's been hurting. So I'm ready to let some stuff go. It's just too much to water every day and everything. But other than that, I mean, most things are still doing pretty good.
So I was in Mobile, Alabama today, and they said their rain is kind of seasonal. Is it the same way, kind of where you're at? Like y'all get like seasonal rain, not a whole lot, like year round?
No. I don't. Ever since I've been gardening, I don't remember it being this bad. I mean, it's just been a handful of times that it's rained all summer. Like spring, just non-stop rain. Cold and rain every day. It was a really rough start. And then the rain stopped and it warmed up, and it just hasn't rained since. Like everybody's lawn's just toast, just dirt yards. And I mean, it's awful.
Wow. Yeah, because I mean, people don't know. Like you're in Toronto, Ohio, and you only pretty much water like rainwater, pretty much. Like you don't water.
Like last year, I was able to do probably 90% of my watering with rainwater that I collect, and this year, my barrels have been dry 90% of the time. So I'm just using the hose and trying to water everything. So yeah, it's rough.
Yeah, man. And I think it's starting to get that way here. Like it's starting to kind of slow down the weather at my house. We thought it was cool. I think everybody kind of had that false fall, right? It was like a week or so of like cooler weather, and now it's kind of like where it starts to heat back up again for like maybe another month, maybe a couple of weeks, and it kind of gets dry. Like it kind of gets dry this time of year for me as well. Unless there's a hurricane.
We usually this is when we start getting some rain. Usually we start getting the fall rain and stuff. Like I was looking forward to like throwing some clover seed down, getting some green back in the lawn area, but not happening.
Wow. Well,
Which plants did you let go? That's what I want to know. Is like who's the sacrificial plant?
Just anything that's not super important. Anything that wasn't doing great at this point. My tomatoes still hanging in there at lack of rain. I don't have any signs of blight or anything, which is pretty uncommon for this time of year. So tomatoes still doing good. Peppers they love it. They love the hot, dry weather. So they're thriving. Some of my fall flowers and stuff doing good. Sunflowers, all that stuff's all gone. So got to do some cleaning out this weekend. It's going to look a little naked, but maybe I'll get some lettuce planted and stuff like that. I got some fall stuff going too, though. Carrots are doing good. All that stuff's doing good.
So you have your carrots going already?
Yeah, I did my fall garden. So everything I planted for fall is doing good, but a lot of summer stuff's on the way out.
Nice.
But I was harvesting peppers into November, I think, last year. So I expect to probably be doing that again this year. So
that's epic.
Going off of rainwater, you just recently, because you had some kind of rainwater collection, but now you like upgraded it, right? You redid. I saw a video where you did your whole rainwater thing redone, right?
I cleaned it up a little bit. I'm still doing the same amount. I'm actually gonna look into next year adding some because after this year I realized that it's not sufficient all the time. I've got lucky the last few years, but yeah, I'm going to be adding some other barrels this year.
Nice. A company had reached out to me called Thin Tanks, and they make I think they're in between 200 gallons, 500 gallon, and they're thin, maybe 6-inch wide tanks, but they mount up against your wall. And it's really interesting. I don't have gutters in my house, and I don't plan on living in my house forever either. But they reached out to me. But that would be something that would be kind of cool, to partner with. I can maybe send them your way.
Yeah.
I know they're here in Texas, but maybe they can do some stuff up there too.
I use actually I get the barrels that I use are slim barrels. They're like smaller barrels because I don't have the space to have a bunch of like 55-gallon drums out there. And I get mine actually from the water department here locally. They're the real heavy plastic barrels that the chlorine comes in to treat the water.
Oh, nice.
So I use those because they're safe. Once that chlorine evaporates, nothing in there to worry about.
Oh, nice.
That's awesome.
Smart.
And there's a company called Rainpal that makes all these like really nice accessories for linking barrels together and doing everything you need to do. So I get all that stuff from them, and I can just rig up my own system the way I want it.
That's awesome.
What's the pressure like on that? Is it just sort of a drip drizzle, or is it like come out pretty flush when it's full?
It pretty decent. Like I don't attach a hose to it and go out and spray the beds. I actually have a Petra Tools sent me a big battery operated sprayer. So I'll use that to go around the garden and water everything. But if you, depending on how high you raise your barrels, you can get some decent pressure at them, just gravity pressure.
Yeah.
Or you can even put a pump in there if you want to, which I may end up doing at some point if I decide to set up some kind of irrigation. But man, I look at my garden with the way it's spread out, trying to put irrigation in there is going to be a nightmare.
Oh, that looks fancy.
Oh, those are cool.
This is that thin tank company I was talking about. Yeah, they're I think they're out of Austin.
Oh, wow.
You could use that in a passive solar greenhouse as like a radiant heat wall.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I was just thinking it.
Yeah, and they make these
That'd
little
be
sleeves.
perfect.
They
Yeah,
make
put
these
that
little
up
sleeves
against
that
the
go on the
wall.
side. Yeah. Yeah, I've
Those are
been
cool.
shouting them out to everybody because it's such a cool idea.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
I'll
Put
check that
the
out.
link in the chat. I want to check that out. That's
Yeah, I
pretty neat.
can do that. Yeah, that in there. But yeah, no, I mean, do y'all do any? Josh, Phil, do you do any kind of rainwater collection? I know during the winter
I have
time,
one.
you have a rainwater tank.
Yeah, I have two. I bought one just as a radiant heat, like a thermal radiant heat for my greenhouse, where it's just a pickle barrel without anything drilled. And then I have one that has a spigot that's over, but I haven't sawed my gutter because I have internal gutters on most of my house, except for one part that hangs over my sunroom and it runs down. And I have all the pieces. I just haven't isolated the time. I've been wicked busy with stuff, but yeah, it's great. Like the plants respond really well to it. I just need to commit to it, buy some cinder blocks to get the thing up on elevation a little bit so I can use that.
Huge difference using rainwater.
Yeah.
And
Well,
tap
That's
water.
good to know.
During the winter time when I have all my seedlings and like my stuff in the garage, I'll open up the garage if it starts raining and fill a bunch of buckets and then use it to fill my sprayer and then water on my seedlings. And
That's pretty cool.
I really saw a difference last year in just that, that was I don't have gutters. I just put like 7 or 8 buckets out and just filled up my sprayer once a day. It was nice.
Yeah, when I'm doing my
Rainwater-
seed starting,
Cool.
I have a bunch of gallon jugs full of rainwater down there too. That's all I use.
Yeah,
That's cool.
it's usually colder, so you want to make sure you bring the buckets inside and let them get to room temperature inside the garage. I learned my lesson. Don't just put them right into the sprayer and start spraying that cold ass water on it.
I leave the gallon jugs on my heat mats when I'm starting my seeds so that they stay up to temperature.
Yeah,
We've got a well, so our water's pretty good for watering plants with.
Yeah,
which is
well,
nice. So
That's good.
That's pretty convenient, and I could just sort of run it as long as I want. I don't have to worry about like too much, just the power to generate for the pump. But we got it tested and things like that, and the pH tested, so I know like what's in it. But it's clean, tastes good. And
yeah.
a little bit of calcium.
Do you
in
run
there,
it through a filter do you run it through a filter before you put it onto your plants? Or is
I
It
do have
clogs so quick.
a whole house filter, but I have to change it like once a month. Literally,
It's a lot.
Like, you have to keep up with it if you want to filter.
Yeah,
them.
I'm on well water and I have a well
Okay.
system. And I read a script once for Leaf Home Water System. So there's that. If you guys ever saw that. Yes, it was a script. I don't know all the details of how it works. But
Hey,
I
so-
do have a water system. Yeah.
Does that pickle barrel? Is it warm? Does it help during the winter? Like
100%.
having that in there?
You can feel it get hot because it's black. And so that radiant thermal heat works. And again, this is like if I have hardy citrus that I learned from Millennial Gardener where I'm using incandescent lights on top of it. You're not going to get this crazy warmth emitting from it like it's like a propane furnace, but you're going to get that temper differential from the outside ambient temp where it's just going to keep it above and slowly going to dissipate throughout the night, which is really cool. I highly recommend it. It really has bumped up the zone and temperatures in my greenhouse. And if you ever, I think there's a really, really cool greenhouse book out there. It's like for the 4-season grower, but I'll have to find the book at a break when someone else is talking. I'll run and put it up here. But it talks about the growing zones of a greenhouse, how to position your greenhouse in your yard to maximize all the solar potential and to really like maximize what you can actually grow in there, because every part of a greenhouse isn't going to grow the same either, but you can actually take advantage of how it does grow in there.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I know Matt was asking about your sprayer, Jeremy. That's a Petra sprayer. Is it the rolling one or is it the backpack?
It's both. It's
Okay.
a backpack, but it's got the handle and the 2 wheels on the bottom, so you can roll it or you can wear it.
That's
It's
nice.
I think it's the 4.5 gallon sprayer.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I've got
super
that
nice.
one too. It's nice.
Yeah,
it's very
Petra,
nice.
Petra sprayers are nice.
I just
Yes.
got a Petra tool sprayer. It's my first one, so I'm figuring it out. It's pretty neat.
I use it for my composting and stuff too. I use it all the time.
The only I had a couple of Petra sprayers. They had sent me I had a backpack like a 3-gallon one. I had a couple 3-gallon ones. The only issues I ever had was that the priming sometimes would be a pain in the butt. Like if you ran it completely dry, getting it to prime again will sometimes be a pain in the butt. But if you have one of those Petra sprayers, warm water and some like Blue Dawn soap, it helps it prime. I watched a video on how so if you're like fully charged up and not getting any pressure coming out of the sprayer, warm water and Blue Dawn soap, and it'll help prime that pump a little quicker and get better pressure.
I haven't had
So-
any issues with mine.
Yeah, they usually prime them before they send them. I think I messed up and just ran it too dry and then left it, because you got to leave some liquid in there to
Yeah.
keep that head pressure. I think I just ran it too dry, and that was my problem. But to get it to reprime, I left it on and put warm water, and like after like 10 minutes, it reprimed, so it wasn't too bad. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't do too much spraying this year. Honestly, I left most of my stuff alone. I still did a little bit of my granular stuff, but I don't think I even did any, like maybe once or twice I did some neem oil, but other than that, I didn't really spray much this year. It was a combination of me being gone, and it's just a weird year. Peppers, like you were saying, Jeremy, peppers. I mean, I've never grown as many peppers as I did this year. Like this has been a crazy year, especially the hot peppers. It's been insane.
This spring, I thought I was going to lose all my peppers. Like I didn't know if I was going to have, because it was so bad this spring. My plants were in such bad shape. But I ended up having a great year. That my plants aren't as big as they normally are, but they're producing just as much, if not more. Like
Wow.
good sized peppers. Everything like turned out really well. Honestly, this might be one of my best years for peppers, which is crazy because I thought it was going to be my worst for sure.
When did you start your pepper seeds?
I start my peppers in February.
That's right.
I
You have
was
an awesome
actually-
setup too in your basement.
I'm actually
Yeah.
working on a new place, new seed starting. I have a big double garage on my property that we weren't using. This was before we basically turned the house into a farm. So we were renting it out, and the people finally moved all their stuff out. So we got a big double garage now. So I'm going to turn half of that into a seed starting area. I'm going to run,
Is it-
power and everything out there, and have that right there at the garden instead of in my basement here at the shop, and then taking everything back and forth all the time. So, I'll have actually some natural light in there. It won't be in the basement where it's, damp and cold, and I can, do better to control the climate and everything. So it'll be nice. Probably won't be using it this year. I'm going to get started on building it out this year.
Well, and because you're in like a nursery desert, like where you're at, like there's not a whole lot of nurseries or places where people can get plant starts. So like you grow a lot of extra and you sell them pretty quick, right?
Yeah, I grow. I think I did probably about 1,000 plants this year. and I grow what I'm going to grow, and then I have a sale on Mother's Day, and I'm usually sold out within an hour.
Yeah.
Oh my
Double
gosh.
that. We need 2,000 next year. Come
Yeah,
on.
dude.
Well, that's when I get this new setup done, then I'm going to start doing a lot more.
Yeah,
Because
man.
it's getting pretty crowded where I'm at now, so I'll have a lot more space there. I'll be able to do more. But yeah, me growing all those extra plants and selling them pretty much pays for everything I do in the garden. So
awesome.
as far as all
Yes.
the soil I need to buy, anything like that, mulch, all that stuff, that's all covered by what I make off selling the plants and all my seeds and everything. So it's all pretty much free.
Yeah.
Isn't that the
that's
best?
it's great. It's awesome when your hobby, pays for itself sometimes. Like, it doesn't
Yeah.
always, but it does sometimes, it's
And then throughout the season, we'll sell produce, we'll sell flower arrangements, all that stuff too. So yeah, everything's pretty. We actually end up probably making a little money on the garden, which is nice.
that's awesome.
Very
And the
awesome.
merch, man, you get the best merch in the garden game, dude.
The merch is doing very well. I'm
And
very
you've got
happy with-
a free male model that can demo it at any time. So
Yep.
don't have to pay him.
Oh my
But why male
goodness.
model?
Can we get blue steel? I need blue steel in the next photo.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness. So other than carrots, like, what else you said you're gonna get lettuce and stuff started? I know you're a big time carrot guy. You're a big root guy.
Yeah.
Big root guy.
Actually,
Sorry.
I have a question about that too. Well, Dwight Schrute said it best. Some guys root man and fruit man.
I'm a fruit
I'm
man.
more on the fruit side.
Fruit
Yeah.
radio.
I'm, well, technically a fig.
I grow
is
some pretty
Draconian.
impressive beets too.
Sick. Beats
You
by
could
Dre,
write those
maybe.
down. They did some mad beats.
I got the mad beats, but I had a question because Destin and I were talking about carrots, and like I'm getting my carrots sown in right now, and I don't know if they're going to grow well, but we talked about loosening up the soil using like the broad fork, and I want to hear your process on carrots and planting carrots.
So
Yeah.
I think Destin, can just back me up on this. I think the broad fork is key when it comes to growing carrots. Loosen the soil up deep as you can. Good loose soil is going to get you your big straight carrots.
Awesome.
Obviously you want to have good soil, good healthy soil. And with watering my carrots, I don't water them as much as I do, a lot of the other stuff in the garden. But when I water carrots, I water them super deep. I want the water going down to the bottom. I grow in raised beds, so I want the water down at the bottom of the raised beds and then I'll let them go for a week. So while that soil's drying from the top down, those carrots are reaching down to get that water down at the bottom. So that's how you're getting the big straight carrots.
Yes.
And a lot of compost added and stuff too,
But
the
spacing
loose
is
soil.
key as well.
Spacing too.
You
Spacing.
can't just
You got to
throw
thin them.
those
And
seeds out.
thinning carrots is probably my least favorite thing to do. I usually don't get it all done. I usually end up getting about 2/3 of it done, and then the rest I'm like, whatever, they can do whatever they do.
Do you pull or do you cut? What's your method?
It depends. If they're like super dense, I'll cut. I don't want to pull them if they're like if they're all like super close, because you're gonna mess with the root of the neighbor one. So most of the time, I'll cut them.
It's heartbreaking sometimes. I don't want to do it.
Yeah, I don't like
Especially
doing
right
it.
now. I'm like looking at them like, come on, you guys can
And then you gotta
get
determine
along.
like, this one might be slightly bigger than this one. I'll do this one.
I think Haas has probably one of the best ways to do it with the seed tape on the carrots, because they come in a pelleted seed already inside, like toilet paper almost, with like really good spacing. And so you get a little bit of burst of like nitrogen to get those seeds once those seeds start to germinate.
What?
And
I think mine just
the
came in the
spacing
mail
is-
too. Should I go get it?
The seed tape, yeah. If it's in the seed tape, check it out, because
I just got my
it's-
first seed tape too from Park Seed. I'm going to check that out. I'm excited.
Well,
I like the idea of seed tape, but I'm very
You could-
particular on the varieties that I grow, and they don't come in a seed tape. But I considered trying to
you
make it
could DIY.
myself.
Yes, you can
Toilet
DIY it
paper?
for sure. Yes,
Could
yeah,
you-
just roll of toilet paper.
Really? Wow.
Yes, yeah, for sure.
Unused.
So yeah, I might give that a shot next year.
You could use used fertilizer, you use toilet paper, and it's it's natural, I guess. Kind of.
Okay, let's
I
keep
think
it
I saw
clean.
that in the movie
You
The
don't need
Martian.
We don't need any potty mouth comments here.
Oh no. See, when my kids have started laughing at potty jokes, and my wife just stares at me and says, "See this? How did they learn that, Phil? How did they learn that, Phil?"
I've seen Alicia, your wife has always kind of been in the videos, but she's really kind of. I mean, I've seen y'all been doing a lot more stuff together in the garden, like
Yeah.
doing some more indoor soil mixes y'all been trying to do, and like she's been getting a little more involved as well. Gotten to know Alicia really well because of like our stuff, doing my merch and everything. But that's been a little more involved this year, huh?
Yeah, and she's like really like last year she was kind of really getting into it, but this year she's like super into like her house plants and all that stuff. So she's doing a lot of that stuff this year.
That's awesome. No, Alicia's great.
So yeah, I'm not a houseplant guy. I used to do a lot of like succulents and stuff. I still have a bunch of them, but I did no time for that anymore.
It's tough.
No,
I'm as a gardener, I have a tough time with the indoor plants. I know you never think until I'm like always walking past them, and they're like, "Please check in on me." I'm like, that's right.
Yeah, and like all these plants she grows, everything has like these super specific needs, and I'm like, I'm not learning that. Like, that's your thing. I'm not there because in the garden, I don't know. I just spend so much time with everything. I know exactly what to do with everything. I don't even got to think about it anymore.
yeah. Well, we had Tanner the planner on the podcast a couple weeks ago, and he was like, "There's no such thing as an indoor plant. It's just all plants can technically be grown indoors if you can manipulate the environment."
It's true.
And I was like, that makes sense because I was at a nursery today, and I saw there was banana trees in an indoor plant like area, and I was like, "Oh yeah, people will grow banana trees in their houses. Like that's crazy. Like that's nuts.
Dedication.
I can't imagine doing that."
But yeah, Lish has all her
can't
plants outside right now, and then
Yes.
bringing them in. That's when it's like you got to know what you're doing is keeping them happy through the winter when they're in the house and everything, and make sure they're getting all
Right.
light and everything they need. But yeah, they thrive in the summer, like out on the porch and stuff.
Bananas can get really big in a container. I did one in a 30-gallon container once. The container almost fell over because the head of bananas was waiting, and I had to tie it with a rope back down to the ground. It was way too big, and it could barely roll into my garage. It was like hitting the leaves. I had to get rid of it because I was like, I can't do this again.
What happened to it? What happened to your banana plant?
I
How's your
sold it.
neighbors?
Okay.
And now I have 7 banana plants, and I don't know what I'm going to do. But they're supposed to be like, dwarf varieties. Do you know a dwarf banana tree still gets like 6 to 8 feet tall? Like that's still really tall.
I have out back. Shout out to Profig. Hey Brian, I hope you listen to this. He's like, he got me a dwarf Orinoco and a dwarf Cavendish. Dwarf. They're 7 feet tall. Next to the Musa Bijou that are 13 feet tall. So like it doesn't look smaller, but you're like, no, it's not a
What do you
dwarf
do
thing.
with them in the winter?
I chop the hardy ones, I chop down to the ground. Here's the strategy for the dwarf Orinocos. These are supposed to be hardy and edible. I'm going to use chicken wire, and I'm going to insulate with leaves. And that's my insulation method. Chicken wire wrapped around it, insulate in with leaves, and create this big.
But you actually get bananas?
Yeah, I got bananas after the hardy banana. This is my first year with these tastier varieties. The hardy one, I chopped that down to the ground because a banana's a pseudo stem, and it's all based off of a corm in the base. So it's not actually like a palm tree type thing.
Science to me.
Yeah.
One of my neighbors actually grows banana trees, but he does it as like a decorative plant.
Right.
Yeah,
And he's not going to get
the,
bananas here, but yeah, he just mulches it really heavy in the winter. It's in the ground.
Correct.
So he mulches it really heavy in the winter. It comes back every year. But yeah, here in Ohio, he's never getting bananas.
I have this variety that's really tiny. It's like the world's smallest one.
Have you gotten fruit off it yet?
No, honestly, I've got a real dwarf Cavendish and this truly tiny Musa, and neither one of them are over 4 feet tall. But they've grown kind of bushy, and they've thrown out more pups. Like usually with like regular bananas, they'll grow tall, and then when they die back, you'll start getting pups. These have immediately started throwing pups. and it's really important that you move the pots around. I have not moved those pots around since spring, so I'm willing to bet they have grown to the bottom of the pot. Dang it! I'm glad y'all said something because I have not thought about those bananas in like 7 months. So I'm glad y'all said something because I need to move those when I get home.
But if you have the hardy banana, that Musa Bijou, it'll fruit, but they're seedy and they're small and they're not cool like the tasty ones.
I like your idea of wrapping it though. I might try that because I've got like 3 fruiting varieties, and I don't want to keep them in containers. It's too much work. They're heavy feeders. They get really big really fast, and so it's just not worth keeping it in a container.
I get it, man. I actually had a big breakthrough. I went over to one of the plant stores and I did buy some plants, but I didn't buy as many as I thought because I looked at them and I'm hitting the threshold of my yard where I'm like, I'm running. Yeah, there's Anthony. You might as well click on that one because that's how he does the chicken wire and he wraps it like a big insulation.
He's so scientific. Everything's so exacting with him.
The millennial gardener is like the Simpsons. You know, he's like, oh, Simpsons already did it. Simpsons already did it. Like every time you do some, oh, millennial gardener already did it. You know, it's like that.
Yeah, and he's engineered it. Like he's got it method section dialed. But
these are different.
those
I don't know what's up with that, man.
I'm not sure my wife would let me do that to one.
What kind of banana is that? You gotta live in the country. Hey, let's go check out your garden in the backyard. Actually, you don't want to see it. You don't want to see it.
No, man. You don't need that. You don't need that. Oh my
But
God.
I actually held off from getting some plants because I'm like, where am I going to put it? Because it wasn't a Vijoya or a pineapple guava. It was a regular pink guava. And I was like, oh. And then I was like, I'm running out of space. I gotta get creative. I gotta get bigger. I need to find a double garage like Jeremy and like double down.
I actually have 2 other garages connected to that one that I'm going to be tearing down and then extending my garden area, probably doubling it.
Oh my gosh, Jeremy, what if, man, you rip the roof off and then you put in greenhouse panels on top?
Well, I'm building another greenhouse.
He's building another greenhouse.
B4, we're gonna need a wrecking ball as well. B4.
This is gonna be the latest Sim City. It's like Sim City millennial style homestead conversion.
I'm building a round dome greenhouse.
That would be sick.
So
that's
Are you really?
Yeah.
Oh, like geodesic dome.
Yeah.
Are you doing a knee wall?
Oh my gosh.
I've seen the knee wall on those.
The what? Yeah.
Like
So what I got the idea. My brother has a giant dome jungle gym that was for his kids, and they grew out of it. It's heavy steel, so I'm going to build probably 3-foot knee wall, put that on the top of it, and the dome will have all the greenhouse panels and all the. So.
Make sure you insulate the knee wall. Looking. The insulation in the knee wall is so critical.
Got it.
But yeah, it's going to be a project, but it'll be cool.
Speaking of greenhouses, look, this is the book.
Okay.
Year-round solar greenhouse. Is it showing up backwards?
No, that's just you. It's regular for us.
That's awesome, dude.
Cool.
So it's open at any point book.
Is it going to be called the Jungle Gym Greenhouse, Jeremy?
I don't know.
Geodesic dome would be so sick, dude.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm going to have a lot more space here at some point. So I need to figure out I want to grow some fruit trees. I can't do all the cool stuff that you guys can, but I got to figure out what I want to do.
Oh,
you got the fig tree, and it's a Ronde de Bordeaux. Josh, I got him Ronde de Bordeaux, and it's going to be awesome.
If you have the buildings, would it be possible? Because I know you're all about like reusing stuff, and would it be possible just to tear down a wall and like make it like a south facing wall and just like turn that side and just keep the structure, keep like the frame of something, and then be able to like reuse like the frame of it, or is it just pretty run down?
They're just all cement block buildings.
Okay.
So yeah, it's not like any. They're just kind of, quickly thrown up. I think they were built to rent out.
Gotcha.
Just a huge waste of space. So
yeah,
get them down. Luckily, they don't have concrete floors or anything, so won't be that big of a job.
Gotcha. Well, that's gonna be exciting. I love seeing the new projects you do. Like literally, like one of my favorite videos you've done is you making your metal raised beds like from scratch with tin snips. Like it is, like it is fascinating. Like I was like, oh yeah, people used to just make stuff. Like like they didn't order it online. People used to just make stuff, and there were people like I've seen it at work, like in the plants. They have like insulators, and they go around and they make. They do like insulation with pipes, and they do the tin around them, and they cut them and snip them and make like stuff on the side. They make like lunch boxes and toolboxes and all kind. Like it's crazy watching you work doing that, dude.
Yeah, I make everything pretty much. Like I've never
That's
bought
so
a
cool.
metal raised bed. Like people have given me some, but all the other ones I just make them. I get scrap and make them.
That's so fascinating, dude.
That's great.
Did
Yeah.
I hear you say
And
that
then
you need
you're-
some fruit tree recommendations? That's what I thought you said.
Yeah.
Yes, he did. He said it.
Yes.
He said it.
Have you
here in
tasted an
Ohio, like,
Asian pear yet? Have you tasted an Asian?
I
one?
have. The only thing
like
about
them?
pears is I've been around pear trees, and they are a mess, and they attract a lot of like
Rodents.
the bees and wasps seem to get very aggressive around them.
Oof.
It says sugar.
Some
Yeah,
bees.
like wasps or anytime I've ever been around one, it's just like swarmed. So that's my concern with it because they produce a lot, and I don't know that I could use them all in there, and they kind of seem to rot pretty quickly on the tree.
Oh,
Asian
I don't know.
persimmon. I think Asian pear is in your future though, because would you agree, Josh? Like a Hosui?
An Asian pear, Asian persimmon might be cold hardy enough.
Asian, because are you 7A or 6B?
6B.
There,
I don't
there
know
is
that I've
one-
ever had a persimmon.
Oh my goodness!
What do you compare that to?
It's like a light melony flavor mixed with like a cinnamon butterscotch. I don't know, Phil. How would you describe it? It's
Like any
sort
other
of hard.
fruits?
Do you,
that are
do you ever get
similar,
like
or-
an apple pie and they have the little crystalline sugars on top of the crust?
Yes.
Imagine taking a handful of that and like encasing it around pumpkin pie and then eating that. And then it's like more jelly like. And that's the best thing I can describe it as.
How
And
do the
they're like-
trees stay pretty compact?
Yes, they do.
Mhm.
They're usually pretty dwarf. All right, so there's one variety that I would recommend. I can never pronounce it, but it's the Ichikikijiro variety. I'll post it in the chat. It's probably like the most cold hardy one that you want.
I think I saw this one today.
Yeah, it is the best. I literally just planted one this weekend.
I'll check that out. I was considering doing. Do you guys know what a pawpaw is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are native here. I was considering doing those, but I've never heard anybody say that they've had a lot of success, like growing them themselves.
Yeah, I think they're actually better middle story, like not in full sun. Like they want to be in like a shaded canopy, woodsy type scenario.
Yeah, so I don't think they would. I'd hate to because you got to have two. So I'd hate to put all the work into growing them and everything, and then just not producing.
They're
Well,
slow growing too.
yeah.
I'll be honest. I still haven't gotten fruit, and I've had mine in the ground for 5 years. So
Oh, you have pawpaw trees?
I have 7 pawpaw trees.
Oh,
yeah.
geez.
Dude, it's addictive, man. It's a freaking addictive.
It's a problem.
And you've never gotten any off of them?
Yeah, I mean they're just they're literally like shoulder high now, and they're looking healthy, and they finally produce flowers, but 2 of them have to produce flowers. So,
Yeah.
Um,
And
But
I heard
They don't they attract flies instead of
they
the
do.
flies are what pollinates for them. And I've heard that a lot of people will like nail a piece of rotting meat to the tree to attract the flies to pollinate them.
Jesus.
yummy.
Stinky.
It's gross.
But I think getting some he could probably get some American persimmons too, but like
oh yeah, definitely American persimmons. If you get an American persimmon, get a named variety. There's some that are really like Yates
fire crystal.
or Elmo are 2 American persimmon varieties that are larger and less seedy.
But yeah, I'll be doing some figs, probably some apples, but not a whole lot of options we have here.
No, that's
Nothing.
awesome.
Nothing like super cool.
You could probably do peaches there. They're more cool.
Yeah, people do grow peaches. Like they're not great though. You know,
Yeah.
they never they're not
sweet.
like real sweet, and they're not.
Oh man, maybe dialing in the right peach variety. What else am I thinking that would be really good? Besides
show
maybe like
This is one of those.
You need to send me your address
greenhouse
after
I've
this,
seen
Jeremy, so I could send you an Asian persimmon this fall, just so you can taste it.
All
Like,
right.
it's that important to me. Okay, I'm gonna send you a message. Send me your address, and when mine are ripe, I'm gonna ship you a few.
All
to
right,
taste.
cool.
You and Alicia, and then you'll be like, okay, I know what you're talking about now. I need this in my life.
So you mentioned the geodescent greenhouse domes. So I went. There was one in Kerrville, and I went and looked at it, and they said the only problem was, because they had set it up, they wanted to put a koi pond in there and like tables and stuff to like seat people, but it's so hot.
Yeah.
You can't be in there for longer than like 5 minutes at a time. And the kit that they had doesn't have like the removable like triangles. You gotta find some way to ventilate it because it's just so hot.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I would definitely have some power vents in it. Mine
Yeah.
won't be nearly that big.
This one was huge, dude. It was huge.
The look on your face there is classic. Look at that. Like
I had never seen one in person. Well, they said that, oh yeah, we ordered from Colorado, and I was like, yeah, it's a lot colder in Colorado.
Is that just covered with poly sheeting?
I believe each section, yes. No, actually, I think it's a plastic. I think it's an actual triangular shape cut plastic piece.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do with mine. They make like poly panels for greenhouses. Like it's almost like a corrugated cardboard, clear plastic. So I'm going to make the panels out of that.
It needs to be like where you can remove like the bottom third of it with like wing nuts, and like be able to allow air to pass through. Because I was looking at getting like a hard greenhouse, like with like a wooden one, and I was like, man, this would be great, but like only if I could take like half the panels off, like on the sides, like during the summer, because I need something like that maybe 3 months out of the year.
So my greenhouse that I have in my garden, I built it out of all scrap stuff, and I had these huge scrap double hung windows. So both the side walls are just two giant windows in the whole entire sidewalls, and you can open them so half, from the halfway point to the ceiling is open, just airflow through there. So, and then I have a power vent up in the gable end, so it stays nice and cool in there in the summer.
The coolest idea for a greenhouse I've seen in like the last like 6 months. I went to a place and they had it was like an older building, and they just gutted it, did a plastic roof, but on the sides they replaced the walls with sliding glass doors, reclaimed sliding glass doors. And so during the day they just went through and opened all the sliding glass doors, and at night they closed all the doors. And I was like, that is freaking genius, because I bet you can get like reclaimed sliding glass doors for probably almost like nothing.
And same with vinyl windows. Like if you know a contractor, say, hey, next time you changing out some windows, give me the old vinyl windows out of there. Like, they don't have to be perfect to throw them in a greenhouse.
For sure.
I still got a stack of windows here that I'm going to use for other things. Like anytime I have vinyl windows, I always hang on to them because I know I use them for something.
That's awesome, dude. No, I love watching you.
Where do you find all the windows?
I was in the construction for a long time. So, and actually this building that I'm in is an old, over 100-year-old building that I renovated this whole thing. Wow. So there's a little house out back that I pulled all the windows out of that and stuff too. So, but yeah,
as a homeowner, I have so much respect for you because of knowing how to do all that stuff.
I'm a building materials hoarder for sure.
That's my thing, keeping the materials, like having somewhere to put the freaking materials, because like.
But yeah, I always use them. So my wife doesn't get on me for hoarding all this stuff. She knows I'll make something cool out of it at some point.
That's sick.
That's hilarious.
I'm right there with you. I was a really bad hoarder at one point, and then I had to pay to get a dump truck one of those big trash containers to come pick it all up. and it was bad. But it was all construction. It was all construction material, and I was like, I'm going to use this to build something, and I did. I used like half of it, but there was still a lot left, and it took up a lot of space.
So yeah, if I have something for more than like 2 or 3 years, then I'll be like, all right, we can let it go.
That's smart. That's smart.
And
Time.
I know
Time is good.
y'all mentioned like like I've got a Jaboticaba, which is like a super like tropical fruit tree that grows like little grapes on the side of the trunk, like it's weird. I got a star
Very
fruit.
interesting.
I've got a guava, that guava like you were talking about, Phil.
Yeah.
I have a Mexican cream guava. It's like a white guava, and then I have a pink guava. And I didn't know when to pick it last year, so it actually brought down the tree because like you just don't know. Yeah, it bummed me out. Um, but like, what else do y'all have like as far as like fruit trees that like you haven't gotten fruit from besides the pawpaws, like Josh? Like what else that are you anticipate like
My
waiting in?
pineapple guavas are still taking time. Where pineapple guavas, you have to have 2 different cultivars, and then the flower and cross pollinate. And
Got
you
it.
can eat the flowers, which are really cool. And yes, they are really good. That was a new experience for me. Pomegranates, getting the flowers, and I have to keep the squirrels away from them because they're a pain in my tuchus. And then, but I'm excited because like they're the Salavatsky's hardy ones, and I know they get that nice classic red fruit. But the persimmons were so cool. Like I did not expect it to be as good as it was, and I waited till it was a Giamba persimmon. It was astringent, so I waited literally after the freeze, and it was like neon orange and like almost like what you say, like translucent. Like you start to see through it a little bit, and it was crazy. I had to post a video about it last year, and then my hardy citrus has been really great. I got a bunch more citrus, and I'm excited to see how it turns out. And then, of course, figs. And I'm in the middle of fig season, so I'm like, my kids are picking them. We're walking around, trying different ones. It's been really fun. The only thing left, I would say, is my loquat tree, and it was a seedling that is now 8 feet tall. Loquats grow really easily here. The only times they don't grow well is if they flower and then a freeze happens on the flowers.
Yeah,
But they grow as like ornamental trees here in Wilmington.
yeah,
So,
because like you were saying, they flower. They flower in like the late fall, and
Yeah.
over here in Houston, they flower in the late fall, and they'll produce the fruit. But we'll usually get a freeze before they ripen, so they fall off. But the tree itself is usually cold tolerant enough.
Mm-hmm. And which is awesome because they're evergreen, so you get this nice like tropical accent in the wintertime. So I'm
Yes.
really excited for that.
Yeah, man.
nice.
But that's my
Mr.
list.
Yeah,
How
Mr.
much?
Josh.
How much time
Go.
do you have? Because I could tell you all the fruit I haven't gotten. uh, I mean, I got a lot at a lot of different stages. So I've been planting 20 to 30 trees every year for 10 years. So
How
if
much
you think
land do you
about,
have?
I have a good bit, but I crowd it all together because you have to clear the tree. The problem is I have a lot of wooded areas, so it's not a ton of sunlight. So I have to clear trees to create more sunlight. Otherwise, they don't produce enough fruit.
Do you ever make camps like on your property in places and like camp out in there?
I did, yeah. I did in the back. We have like a little area that I cleared out and like take my nephews back there and play.
Because that's like I watch like Outdoor Boys, and the guy that goes into Alaska and he just like sets up shop and chops down wood and makes a tent with a wood stove in the tent set up. And I'm like, if I had like 10 acres, I'd be like, all right, today we're going out of the woods and we're gonna bring food.
Let's just say when I burn a pile, it gets about 20 feet tall, like of the flame. So it's massive. Like we pile up a bunch of wood and debris. I've had a 30-foot flame once. It was huge. So anyway, so yeah, so back to fruit trees. A lot of nut trees that haven't had fruit on yet, like Chinese chestnut and hazelnuts. But I have them. They're like coming along real slow. I finally got pecans last year, and I've got some more this year, which is really exciting. But in terms of fruit, besides pawpaws, I'm trying to think through. There's gummy berries. I haven't had the gummy berries come in yet, but they're doing really well. Loquats. I got the tree. It's probably like 8 feet tall, like yours, Phil, but mine's like 8 feet, 10 feet wide, so it's really bushed out. I have a lot of fig varieties that I planted recently, so those haven't fruited yet. It's from you know who right here that I'm excited about. But some cool ones that I have had that are really cool. I have a mango tree in a pot that's given me mangoes, which is cool. And
Hey,
an ugly fruit. Have you ever tried an ugly fruit?
No.
Which is like a Jamaican tangelo. It's real gnarly looking.
Is it
Some really
citrus?
cool stuff. Yeah, it's a type of citrus. You need to check it out. They're really big, and they're like zipper skin, and they're gnarly.
How they taste?
They taste like a pomelo grapefruit meets a tangelo, so it's sort of like a more tart, not as sweet. Yeah, I got a lot growing that I haven't. Even my pomegranates have flowered, but they haven't really fruited yet. So we're getting
I
there.
didn't. I just got my first ripe pomegranate fruits this past week, and the Texas pink pomegranate. I thought they were going to turn like bright red. They didn't. I didn't know the best way to get the juice and everything, so I went ahead and I bought a masticator that goes on my KitchenAid mixer, and it shoots the pulp out one way, and
You
then
bought
the
a what?
juice down. It's called a masticator. A masticator.
That's
And
another
it
term we got to put in the term glossary.
yes, and
Quick,
so
get
I
the masticator.
oh my God. So I went and got that, and it worked out really nice. Like we got a lot of pomegranate juice, and it's not red; it's like white. It's like milky white. But I think we froze it, and we're gonna turn it into we're gonna do some like a small batch of jelly, a pomegranate jelly. And so
Oh,
I feel like for like if you only get a small amount of juice from something, like instead of just drinking it or doing something, I was like, let's make some jelly out of it. So we'll do some pomegranate jelly, and try that out because it's a little cloudy and like whitish pink, but once she heats it up, it'll clear it out a little bit. Yeah, so I'm excited about
Exciting.
that.
that'd be
But
great.
I
Did
did.
you add
I,
pectin, or just you just let the boiling process let the pectin sit in?
we always end up adding pectin,
Yeah.
and but on when to pick it, I didn't know when it would be right. I had a bunch on there, and I saw one split, and so I was like, okay, well, I bet they're all overripe. And I went and like, tossed the big one that was cracked, and I checked the other ones, opened them up, and they tasted great. Um, you just had to worry about anything like, I mean, Phil, I don't know if you have this with your figs, anything with an eye, insects can get in. So like the pomegranates, I had like, I didn't tell my wife this, but I had I had a spider in one of them. I'm like, so it's be on the lookout for like, it could be a
Some extra
spider or some
protein
sort.
in there.
Yeah, man. So like, hey, that's why they call me Spider.
Phil, could you ever put a piece of tape over the hole and then the insects couldn't come in? Would that actually work?
People have tried that. I was wondering, like, you do like with like beeswax or something, like try to
Yeah,
just
something edible maybe. Pretty good.
little bit of wax. Oh, I forgot I planted a mulberry tree, and then I do have two. I have a nectarine, flame kissed nectarine, and I have a Red Haven peach, which I'm really excited for. And the reason, Jeremy, you check the chill hours if you're going to go into peaches, because that might help you a lot. Because like you're probably closer to like 1,000 chill hours or 950, and then I'm down here like I was looking at an Alberta peach, and it was almost like they were saying like 850, 950 upwards, and I was like, I don't have that many chill hours, and it might affect how well the peaches turn out. Anyway,
I bet,
food
I
for thought.
bet, I bet Jeremy could do the service berries, or
Oh yeah.
definitely do those service berries that like Josh planted a bunch of those because those are cold. Those are like Alaska, right? The
Yeah.
chokeberries.
Yeah, service berries, Saskatoon berries. Yeah, we were talking about that.
What are they? Just a bush or?
Tree, bush, you can prune them, but they do pretty well. They're
I've
very
heard of the service berries. I've never had them though.
Yeah. All right. So, Jeremy, I was watching some of your videos today, preparing for some trivia questions, and I noticed that you pickle a lot.
A lot,
Of
yes.
stuff. So,
A lot of canning.
what's your favorite thing to pickle? I want to know, like, your best pickling product you've ever produced.
Pickles. I love cowboy candy.
Okay.
I do a spicy bread and butter pickle that I love.
Ooh.
I actually just did some pickled okra yesterday. I haven't tried it yet. But yeah, I do a lot of different kinds of pickles, a lot of peppers. I do a lot of fridge pickles and stuff, which I really like. What I fridge pickle this year? I do like the banana pepper rings, a lot of different kinds
Okra.
of just regular
Did you do the
pickles.
okra? This
Yeah,
is your first year going okra.
I canned it. Yeah, I canned some pickled okra yesterday. But I haven't
I'm
tried it
surprised
yet.
you didn't cut it up. You did full spears. Is there a
Yes.
reason that you did full spears and not rounds? I'm just curious.
I don't know.
Do it
That's
either way.
that's what I saw most people seem to be doing was just doing them whole. So
Which
I figured I'd do
variety
that.
did you do?
Clemson spineless.
Okay.
So
And-
it's done really well this year. I did 8
Nice.
plants. And Clemson spineless is a smaller plant. I was expecting, because everybody's like, oh, okra will get like 30 feet tall. So the Clemson spineless only gets like 5 to 7 feet normally. So I was like super concerned because I did 8 plants in this small raised bed. But they
That's
ended up
enough
doing
usually.
well.
Yeah.
They ended up doing well. I've probably harvested 10 pounds of okra this year.
That's pretty good.
So they did all right.
You gotta check it in the morning and the evening. You know, it's like
Yeah,
one of those, it's
honestly.
like zucchinis, dude. It's like zucchinis.
Like, yeah, you'll see it in the morning and be like, oh, I can leave that till I get home from work. And then you get home from work and it's like 8 inches long. Like they're, as fast as these things grow, it's crazy. But yeah, I haven't done I put some in the air fryer once, and we really liked them. The slime is always a concern with us. We did try them raw, which was a bad move.
You gotta get them small. You gotta do them small when they're raw.
So yeah, they were awful. But we gave some to a friend. She cooked us a Lebanese dish with some Lebanese rice and stuff. It was in like a tomato sauce. It was really good. I have a Filipino lady who's like a second mom to me, and she's gonna do like I guess like a super stew. It's like a staple that they do here pretty soon. So try it a few different ways. But yeah, I'm excited to try it pickled. Everybody seems to love them. So just hopefully they're not slimy. That's the only thing I worry about.
I find
the
frying them in a
pickling-
pan, just like frying them in the pan with like a little butter, like that takes the sliminess away.
Yeah, well, we did them in the air fryer.
Oh, that worked.
And I seasoned them really well and put some like cornstarch on them, and they had like a nice crunch to them, and they weren't slimy at all. So I really liked them that way. But I do want to bread and deep fry some, which is the next thing I'm going to do next harvest. I'm going to try that.
The vinegar helps with the sliminess.
Yes,
So
that's
like
what I heard. Did even
Yes.
some people say like soak them in vinegar or something before you cook with them sometimes to have it be less slimy, whatever.
Yes.
But yeah, I think next year I'm going to try some different varieties. I'd like to do a red variety next year. I heard the red could even be a little less slimy.
The Okinawa pink is going to be more cylindrical, and so it's really good for the pickling because it's it doesn't get as woody as quick, and it's like close and spineless. They say it's spineless, but it still has spines. The Okinawa pink is almost cylindrical, like it's perfect for canning, especially because like y'all do like kimchi. It's like that too, don't y'all? Y'all do like
Yeah, I do. I do some fermenting. I do kimchi and I ferment hot sauces and stuff like that too.
yeah. It's like we tried it with the rice wine vinegar, pickling the Okinawa pink. We weren't a fan of the rice wine vinegar though, but I wouldn't say my taste buds are super cultured. So, but I think yours are. So I think you'd probably like something like that.
When
But,
I to pickle mine, I did just like it was a pretty basic dill recipe that I did mine with. I think that was the kind of like the standard that most people do with them. So that's what I went with on those. But yeah, in a week we'll try them out. Lish
That's
did get a
awesome.
Bloody Mary when she was in Pittsburgh the other day, and it came with a pickled okra. And she
Ooh,
said
nice.
she said she really liked it. So
Okay, all right. One of the farmers here gave me a tip on okra. What they do is because it gets so tall here, it will get 10 feet tall. They go through around this time and they'll cut them at about waist high, and then they'll bush out, and you lose a couple weeks worth of harvest, but you get a lot more bushing, and it's a lot easier to harvest lower.
yeah, and that's what I
Yes.
was expecting them to get really tall. But then I Googled it because I was like, am I doing something wrong here? And it said the Clemson spineless stays shorter and they're a little bushier. I noticed like almost all of the lower leaves, the early leaves are falling off, and then I got a bunch of like brand new growth up the top now.
Nice.
So hopefully I think we should have, with as warm as it is now, I think we should have time to get a few more pretty good harvests out of them.
Oh, they love the heat, man. They love the heat. They love it. Josh, do we have trivia tonight, brother?
I do. And now it's not physical trivia, meaning I did not bring any physical items, but it is mental trivia. If you all are ready for a little bit of that type of
Ready.
So Jeremy hasn't been on since Josh has become like a co-host, but Josh is our trivia master and he does trivia every week. And so we're gonna let the people in the chat answer the riddle first before we shout it out. Let's give the chat a little bit of time to answer first, because sometimes we get it a little quicker. So we'll give them a chance to guess first. When I say they, I mean y'all. Y'all answer quicker. So, but yeah. All right,
and Jeremy, you're going to probably know a lot of these. So if after we go over it, we're like, oh, it's that thing. And if you've got added like insight on that type of vegetable, you can tell us about it. You see what I'm saying? Like, let it be an opportunity to talk about that thing. Okay.
Must say yinzer veggies up here.
I did. I had, when I was generating these, I had ChatGPT to do expert level on this. Okay. So I literally upped it. This type of tomato was first released in 1955 by the USDA as part of a breeding program. Rather than a traditional heirloom, its oblong, plum-shaped fruit has dense, meaty flesh with fewer seeds, making it ideal for paste, sauces, and canning. Though strongly tied to Italian cuisine, its true origin is in Maryland, which is where I grew up, where it was specifically developed for commercial processing. What variety of tomato am I describing?
That's interesting. So y'all get to guess the variety he's mentioning right now. And Jeremy knows a lot about tomatoes, especially heirloom stuff, especially heirloom tomatoes. So I bet he gets pretty close.
So this is not an heirloom now.
It is not an heirloom. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
It's part of a breeding program.
Okay.
And so I think Nightshade might have gotten it first.
Is that it?
That's it.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought Roma was a variety, not like a specific variety. I didn't know Roma was like.
It was bred.
Is it Roma?
Yeah, it is.
That's what I was gonna say.
Okay.
See? There you go. And Jeremy, you've grown a bunch of those, right?
Yeah, I got a ton of Romas in the garden right now.
Dang.
I didn't know Roma was like a developed like modified.
I thought it was brought over.
Yeah.
I thought it was from Italy. Here they are.
Well, that's my whole thing was that like I was taught, or I learned in theory that when I think about Roma tomatoes, I think about like the San Marzano, right? And so I think why it's actually one of the few places in Europe that tomatoes could grow, because tomatoes are a New World plant discovered in South America in the nightshades, right? And so then they brought them over to Europe. They weren't growing very well, and one of the few places it could grow was at the base of Mount Vesuvius in the volcanic rich soil there in San Marzano area. So that was my whole thinking.
It was bred from San Marzanos and the Pan American.
Oh, it was bred.
That's actually bred from those two varieties, which is interesting.
Yeah. San Marzano originated in the region around the town of San Marzano sul Sarno in Italy's Campania region near Naples, with the first seeds potentially arriving as a gift in the 18th century and cultivation taking off around 1823. Those are Phil's people. Interesting.
Oh my gosh, keep reading just for validation.
These are tomatoes thrived in the fertile rich volcanic soil.
Rich, look at that valley at the base of Mount Vesuvius. Oh, I feel validated. Okay.
No matter what accent I do, it always ends up Borat. Awesome, great first one.
Let's keep going. We're just talking about varieties here today. Okay. So this type of pepper is prized for its more tangy, mild, sweet flavor than for its heat. It's got a thin skin, wrinkled surface, and often pickled in vinegar. Now, it's served as a staple in Mediterranean cuisines, And despite its small size, it carries a surprising cultural weight, from garnishing antipasto platters to being tucked into Greek salads, with a Scoville rating that rarely rises above 500.
What do y'all think, guys? What do you
What
think of
type
the
of
chat?
pepper? And Jeremy might have tried this one for the first time this year.
Okay, I remember.
Well, now I'm so curious because I'm like, how did they determine the individual Scoville unit?
All right. If you all don't have it, I'm going to keep giving you hints on it.
I saw it.
It's all about the name.
I saw it again.
The type of is in the name. I don't know how to just.
So,
it turns to like it goes from green. I don't think it goes to yellow. I think it goes to like a reddish.
I think there
brown.
are some varieties that do get like a golden color to them.
Okay.
So
Oh.
I updated the live. So hold on a second. Nope. So I updated our live settings like about 20 minutes ago to where we're live on Instagram right now. And I will give the credit actually to who was it? It was T-Back 1118 Peppercini. That's right? Yep.
That's it. So Jeremy, how's the pepperoncini going this year? What do you think?
So
Are
I
you
grew
gonna-
them for the first time this year. I grew 2 plants. They produced like crazy. The learning curve, because I was waiting for them to kind of turn a little yellow. That didn't happen. They just went red. So I did some canning with those. And I may actually fridge pickled those because they're a thin-walled pepper. I don't want to water bath those. They're going to get super soft. But they are delicious.
Yeah.
Better than the ones you get at the store. They are so good. So yeah, I'm definitely growing them next year. If you grow pepperoncinis or you're thinking about growing them, go check out. It's a recent video. You can scroll back a little bit and find it where I did the canning. We do a taste test on a video after that too. But yeah, excellent. Super happy with them.
And they're prolific, aren't they? I mean, they put out a ton per plant.
got a
I
ton
grew
of
them one year and I was like, I can't eat all these. This is ridiculous.
Did you pickle them?
I did, and they were great pickled. Yes.
And I think the key for pickling these was because you that Mediterranean flavor with what is the seed of cilantro? Coriander. Yes.
Coriander
Gives it this like citrusy, like kind of lime flavor a little bit. And it's so good.
Well, and this is so funny. I think
delicious.
I said this before. My my Yinzer friend Tim, shout out to Tim Infield. I gave him a banana pepper or peppercini. I forget which one it was. That's the only pepper he wanted because he just wanted to grow the peppers, and he would put them in a jar with Italian dressing and let them soak in the Italian dressing. He just pull them out and eat them like that. I let him soak in Italian dressing. I don't know what it was, but that was his favorite thing to do.
Yeah.
Sounds
That's
gross.
cucumbers. That's good with cucumbers too.
Really?
Yeah, put cucumbers with some Italian dressing, put it in the fridge overnight. Yeah, that's really good too.
Oh, I'm totally trying that. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Are we ready for the next one?
Do it, man.
All right, this type of tomato originated in West Virginia. This is actually a really cool story. I didn't know this till I researched it. It was originated in West Virginia during the Great Depression, bred by a radiator repairman who cross-pollinated several large fruited varieties until he achieved an unusually meaty, prolific plant. Its fruits are often pinkish red, weighing up to 2 pounds each, and became so popular that the breeder reportedly paid off his home loan by selling seedlings. Known for both its sweet and mild flavor and curious name, it has remained a classic among heirloom growers.
I got some guesses already. They're pretty close, I think.
We need prizes.
Oh,
Yes.
Somebody get it?
Well, the clues were pretty because I was thinking a couple of it was like, wait a minute. Yeah, that's
This is
it
one
for
of
sure.
it's one of my favorites.
the more you kept going, the answer changed in my head a few times. Yeah.
Yes.
That's it. Yeah, it looked like everybody got it. So tell us about. I've never tasted one. What do they taste like?
So it's a mortgage lifter.
They are the best tomato sandwich tomatoes that you can grow. I'll die on that hill. I will die on that hill.
Better than Cherokee Purple? Are you sure?
Yes, for a tomato sandwich, the mortgage lifter is the best tomato there is. 100%. I grow them every year. One of my favorites.
That's awesome.
And we are right across the river from West Virginia. I could swim there in 20 minutes.
I want to say our buddy Ryan, who's in West Virginia. I think he won like a West Virginia state record for a tomato, and it was the mortgage lifter. I think it was like a 2 pound. Our
But they,
buddy
yeah, they get
Ryan-
huge.
Yeah,
The biggest tomato I've ever grown was a mortgage lifter, and I can't remember what it was. I swear it was over 3 pounds.
Dang.
I just
I'll
love the
have to
guy
go back.
sold so many seedlings he paid off his house. That's pretty
Yep.
awesome.
Yeah, it's a cool story. I don't know if it's like 100% accurate, but it's a cool story. That's what I've always heard about the mortgage lifter.
I mean, I'll repeat it forever. So I mean, it means
Yeah.
it's real.
It'll help me remember it. All right,
But
let's
yeah.
do the next. Let's jump into the next one. This one is not a pepper or tomato, but it is a radish cultivated in Europe since the 19th century. Very popular in Parisian markets, where it's often eaten with butter and salt alongside morning bread. Unlike the round, fiery radishes most people know, it's elongated in shape with a white tip and rosy red shoulders. Quite mild and slightly sweet, which made it a staple.
There were some big clues in that statement.
Come
Yes.
on,
My brain.
y'all should be getting this one.
Jer-
Easy.
Jeremy grows a lot of these too. You
Yeah,
grow a lot
I
of
grow these.
radishes.
I mean, and they're very easy to grow. They grow very fast. I love that they have a pinkish to a white tone.
Daikon would be Japanese, right?
Yeah, that would be those would be bigger.
Boom.
Oh, Jay's got it.
Yep.
Nailed it, Jay.
Yeah, that's it.
For the win. Jeremy, what do you do with your French breakfast radishes?
Just snack on them. I do like to make the occasional pickled radish, but a pickled radish does not smell great.
No, it is not at all.
It's honestly offensive. Lish hates when I make them. Hates it.
It smells like a hot trash can.
But they're really good. They just smell awful. Like if you have guests over and you're going to be having pickled radishes, you need to warn them ahead of time.
You're like,
So
I made that mistake one year. My wife's like, "You need to throw that out. We're not keeping that around."
Yeah, I mean,
she's like, "That's
Lish,
terrible."
Lish hates it. Hates when I make them. But yeah.
They
But
do
yeah,
so
radishes, generally just salads and snacking and stuff. I love radishes.
awesome. All right,
I
we
grew
got time
daikon radishes for the first time this year.
Ooh, how was that?
Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Good. Sweet, hot. They get gigantic. I still got a ton of them in the garden. I'm excited to see. I've had some that have been in there since spring, and they haven't bolted yet, which is crazy. So I'm excited to see how big they are. I'm sure there's some huge ones in there. But yeah, I'm going to be using those to make to ferment some kimchi here at some point.
Wow, that's cool. All right, how much time do we have? One more or two more?
Number two. I forgot two more.
All right, two more. Let's go back to peppers. I love peppers. Everybody loves peppers. This pepper has roots in Hungarian cuisine, where it's become a staple long before gaining popularity in North America. Its fruits are typically tapered, medium long, and mature from a pale yellow to an orange and then a deep red. I'm personally growing these and I love them. They can get a little hot, like up to jalapeno level. Their thin walls make them ideal for pickling, yet they're also commonly stuffed or roasted, carrying a tangy bite that sets them apart from their sweeter banana pepper cousins.
I don't know this one.
I'm half Hungarian, so y'all should know this.
Unless it is like, because I'm seeing the comments, and I think that's the word for it. For just like, I know the seasoning comes from that pepper, right?
I don't know if it does. I don't think it does. I could be wrong, but it is the hot wax pepper.
Yes.
So Hungarian hot wax, got it.
Hungarian hot wax pepper, and Keith Rods here got it.
So far, I think I grow every single thing that was in it. But yeah, hot wax.
He did his research. He did his research on you.
I might have watched a bunch of your videos to come up with these. So.
Hot wax is a staple in my garden.
Yeah, they make a mild and a hot Hungarian wax, right? It's like
I don't know if
not
they
so
make a
hot.
mild hot wax, but the regular banana pepper would be
Okay,
basically your no heat hot
gotcha.
wax pepper.
And is it the ones that go straight up like a hot like a instead of down, or they don't dangle down, they grow up?
What is it?
The hot wax pepper?
What?
Mine dangle.
So mine generally hang down. Smaller plants, I think I've seen when the plants are small and you're getting the first peppers, they'll
In the
stand
beginning
up.
they're up and then they go
Once the
down.
branches kind of spread out, they'll start hanging down.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
is that the pepper that paprika is made from? I'm not sure.
No,
I thought
paprika is
paprika
made
is.
from just a red bell pepper.
Yes,
Okay.
it's roasted bell pepper ground up.
I make paprika from my Carmen peppers, which is a sweet Italian red pepper. But yeah, any sweet red pepper can be, used to make paprika.
Well, what is your process with that, Jeremy?
I smoke them and
Like in a
dehydrate 'em.
grill or what? Like in a smoker or?
Yeah, I just got a little charcoal grill that I kind of use to smoke. I make little foil packs with the wood chips and stuff, and I smoke the peppers in there, and then I put them in the dehydrator and just grind them up. That's all there is to it. Super easy.
That's cool. I mean, if you had like a pellet grill, it'd be even easier. I'm sure. Like you just set it and
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, like you make your own paprika, like the
It lasts a long
difference in flavor from the homemade to the store bought is crazy. Like if you make your own, you're like the store bought just doesn't taste like anything after you try your homemade.
It seems pretty simple too. Like,
Super
I've
easy.
heard people say that about chili powder too, that it's like way better.
Oh yeah, any kind of seasoning you
Believe
make
it.
at home, I think, is better.
Something I still haven't tried is the infused salts, like the seasoned salts. Have any of y'all tried that yet?
I see a lot of that going around, and I just can't like. I'm just
Find the
wondering,
time
like,
to do it.
well, why?
There is a really cool.
Why not just do the
and-
herb and then just like salt it too? Like,
Oh
why
yeah.
Because sometimes you want it
Makes
without
sense.
all the salt. So I would just
That's
say
fair.
I would just want to do the herbs on their own, and then you can salt it later. I guess I don't know, but I don't
Yeah,
know. It's a
that's true.
trendy thing. A lot of people are doing it. I see it a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
There's a salt farm here in Wilmington, North Carolina, that takes ocean water, sets it out in basins, and then extracts the salt from it through evaporation, and then they seasoned it. And I think that there's certain things that it worked really well with, because I got like a hibiscus one, I got
Rosemary probably.
the rosemary one, which it makes sense with the rosemary, and then the hibiscus one was hard to pair. I was trying to figure out what I could pair it with. And then I kind of rely on like salt, fat, acid, heat, and all the different flavors. So I find out what needs the sweetness. The third was truffle, and truffle was perfect. It was awesome. But no one here is growing truffles. But
the way they do it, I think it kind of infuses the salt with the flavor, because I think they take the herbs while they're still green and blend that with the salt and then dry it afterwards. So I guess it kind of infuses the salt with the flavor. I don't know. I haven't tried it. Maybe if I tried it, I would see the reasoning behind it. But
fun fact, salt that we know of is the only mineral that we consume directly as a solid. So it's the only rock mineral that we eat.
speak for yourself.
Salt.
But I do. I grew up eating sand out of like my sandbox and like chalk off the freaking chalkboard. Like there's I mean, it's not a seasoning. It's a mineral, right? Like it's like your seasoning cabinet. Everything else is the actual seasoning.
Straight up mineral.
That's a good point. I never thought about
And
it.
minerals versus rocks are two different things. Minerals have a defined crystalline structure. So anyway, we can talk about that later. Back to plants.
Well, you got one more time.
Okay. Nobody's going to get this one except for Jeremy. And if they do, I would be really impressed. Okay. But this tomato is a modern heirloom style variety bred by California seed breeder Brad Gates, known for developing unusually colorful and visually striking cultivars. So it's an elongated grape-shaped tomato with a kaleidoscope of colors: deep green, lavender, midnight purple, all on the same tomato in a streaking pattern of red and orange. So besides the appearance, It's got a complex bounce flavor with sweetness and acidity. So they're really good for fresh snacking and for market displays. Do you know this
I know this one.
unique
I think
variety of tomato?
I know this one because what was the guy's name?
Brad Gates.
Yeah. Okay, I know what it is.
You do?
yeah. Yeah. I know what it is. Jeremy.
What?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think both I got it.
Because you said Brad.
Whoa.
You said grape. You said Brad. You said tie dye. Pretty much.
Oh,
It's
come
like
on.
it's Brad's.
I mean,
It's Brad's atomic grape.
okay. All right. I probably could have made that a little bit more clear.
Yeah. Well, and Jeremy only grows like maybe 4 or 5 varieties like that, like the Berkeley and a couple other ones, like the only ones he grows. So like when you mentioned that he was gonna get, I was like, oh, it's definitely one that Jeremy grows then.
Well, at first I thought you were starting off. I was like, he's talking about the Berkeley, and then
Yeah.
I just like, and he said Brad, and I was like, oh, okay, I know where we're going.
All right. I could have left Brad out of there. Maybe not. I'm trying. I'm still working this out here. Okay.
Look at the big brain on Brad. Oh my
But yeah,
God.
I love the Brad's Atomic Grape. Some people don't. It's a very unique flavor. If you're looking for something with like a traditional tomato flavor, you're probably not going to like it. If you get them before they're like fully ripe, when they're fully ripe, they're going to have like an orange color to them. If you get them before that, they almost have like a kiwi flavor to them. It's a very fruity flavor.
Wow.
I really like making fresh salsa with them. It's a really unique flavor, fresh salsa. One of my favorite salsas that I make. You wouldn't want to cook it, like make a cooked salsa with it. I don't think that would be good. Really, I wouldn't cook these with anything. Just anything fresh. I think they're really good. One of my
They're
favorites.
crazy looking. I got to get these for next year.
But
going back to what like fruit and stuff that Jeremy can grow. We talked about this last week. I bet you could grow kiwi berry.
Oh yeah, hardy kiwi. They're
Hardy
little,
kiwi.
Little
It's
kiwis.
Little trellis.
They're like
for it.
Russian. They're Russian. They're like
Huh.
they're really cold tolerant.
I've never
Not
heard of
fu-
it.
They're not
I'm
fuzzy.
gonna
They're
look
like
into that.
they're
It's
Yeah.
smooth.
And you eat
It's
the skin too, so it's
Is
not
it like a bush
fuzzy.
or?
like a vine.
fine.
It's like a
Fine.
grape and a kiwi had a baby, and the kiwi it was grape size with the kiwi inside.
Yeah, I don't even know what kiwi grow on. Is kiwi's not a tree?
It's a vine. It's a vine.
Oh, see, I never knew that.
Vigorous too. I mean, it puts out a lot of growth.
And is it something that you like? Is it like a grapevine, or is it something you
Yep.
cut back every year? Or?
Yep.
Yeah.
Can prune it hard back every year.
And you'll plant them. You'll want to plant them. Wait, are the hardy ones
There's
self-ripening?
Most of them are self-pollinating. Yeah.
Oh, perfect. So it doesn't need the male, which is great.
Which is different than the fuzzy ones usually need a male. They're
Oh, that's
cool.
cool.
looking.
I'm gonna look into it.
They're really cool.
Yeah,
Just
you can get them as seed starts, like as bare root, like in the spring. Yeah, I've seen that Tractor Supply Co. I've seen the Tractor Supply
Look at
before.
that. How many are on there? Holy cow!
Wow. Look
Oh,
at that.
yeah, that's
Jeez.
cool. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna look into that. I have to find
That's
a place
really
to
cool.
grow them.
Maybe building like a espalier thing, like on the side of your like one of your buildings, like would be kind of cool.
That's what I was
That-
literally thinking. If you have a wall there,
if you had a south facing wall, like a brick wall,
Yeah.
with and you did like an espalier thing, it would hold heat, and so your fruit trees would be more durable on that south facing wall, and be kind of neat. Josh has got more experience with that kind of stuff.
Yeah. You could grow these along your chain link fence. That's where I grew mine. Just
Oh,
on
you
like
grew those?
Yeah, on like a 4-foot chain link fence, and they just grew like out, and they grow like 20 feet in a year, and then you can cut them back pretty hard.
Your house can look like this.
Yeah, they're pretty neat.
It might take over the streets of Toronto, Ohio. Kiwi berries all up and down the streets.
Yeah, I'm surprised my loofah hasn't.
You could sell it at a premium because nobody would know. Like, what is this?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. Josh, another great week of trivia, dude. That was awesome, man.
That's it.
that was
Trivia
awesome.
wrap
Thank
for
you,
today.
Josh.
That was fun. And Jeremy
Awesome.
loved watching all your videos to figure out
Thank
which
you.
variety to pick. So
Thank
Yeah.
you.
process.
I was really surprised you didn't talk about his favorite tomato variety, his favorite GMO tomato variety, that GMO organic purple tomato. It's one of his favorites.
You know, I'm still very curious about this. I'm not going to grow them because, first of all, I think a pack of seeds is $20.
Yeah, if you can find them.
Yeah, and I guess they're very hard to come by. I would like to try them though. I heard they're very healthy, packed with antioxidants.
Jay,
Really?
what's his name? Up at Smith's Garden Town, he gave us some plants.
Yeah, I saw a video where he was growing them.
Yeah, and they don't get very big. I mean, they're kind of like a bigger cherry tomato, like a, I don't know, like a Juliet, not Juliet. They're like a medium cherry, like a larger cherry, I
Like a
guess.
Campari size.
Yeah, they get about the size of like a fig, like a big fig, They didn't do super well, but we got them late in the season, like in late May, and they were like really, really pot bound in these pots, and so it's hard to transplant stuff when it's already that hot like that. Um, you do it. You actually are the person that taught me that you could transplant, tomato seed starts up to like, bigger sizes. Like you'll do yours like from 1 gallon to 3 gallon. Like it's crazy how, much you can repot those like when it's before it's too hot.
I start my tomatoes in soil blocks, and then I end up in the big, I don't even know what size they are, square pots, and they're about this big before I get them in the ground.
Yeah. Well, and me and Phil have been converted to soil blocks as well. We have been
Love soil blocks.
Yeah.
I do
That's
pretty
cool.
much
I just
everything
actually-
in soil blocks now.
No.
I don't know
You
how
did
I
a great
not
video on it,
do
like,
soil
breaking down your
blocks
soil mix.
after hearing about that.
it's a game changer, man. Soil blocks it's hard to beat, man. It's hard to compete with soil blocks. They're just so easy, dude.
And then you don't have all those cell packs that you gotta, pot up from those. You just go right from the soil blocks. It saves you so much space. Yeah, it's just way easier.
No transplant shock
Yeah.
whatsoever.
Yeah, you don't gotta worry about, transplanting from those, cell packs and damaging the roots and all that stuff.
Do you just do the 2x2s? You don't bother with the little ones, or do you do the little ones as well?
No, I just do the what is it, like the 2-inch blocks?
Yeah.
That's what I do. I do those with everything, and then I just pot those up into probably usually my little round pots, and then I'll go. Peppers will stay in those, and then the tomatoes will go up into the bigger pots. But some things I'll pot up once. Tomatoes I'll do twice usually.
I think this year we'll have to do an episode where we're all planting our tomatoes and just podcast while we're like planting tomato seeds. Like that'd be a cool one. You do a lot of that. So like if y'all don't know, Jeremy is Dirty Punk Gardening on TikTok, Instagram, everywhere. You can follow him. He does a lot. You do a lot. You still do quite a bit of live streams. I remember when TikTok was about to get banned, me and you were like going hard on the tick. We're like, we got to get as many people converted over to Instagram as we possibly can. So like me and Jeremy were actually live going into the deadline where it was supposed to shut off. It was funny.
Yeah, I did. Man, it's just I feel like it's hard to get viewers on TikTok Live anymore. Man, I used to get so many, and then it just kind of fell off. But Lish and I did a couple weeks ago when we were making salsa. I think is what we were doing. Yeah, we were making salsa, and we had a lot of people in there, so we were on there for a long time. But yeah, I don't do it as often anymore, just because it's so hit or miss anymore.
Yeah. Well, even I think this weekly, Facebook, YouTube live stream does really, really well. We're able to reach out to people, and we built this community now, and we're gonna start trying to live stream on Instagram as well. So it's just getting it to as many people as possible, and having people like you on with you got a huge audience. People will follow you, whether you're gardening, whether you're doing shirts, whether you're painting. He's done live streams where he's painting. Like he's a wonderful artist. I'm surprised I didn't catch any crap for like my thumbnail with all my my AI art in the background. You're not a Chat GPT fan.
I'm not. I am not. No.
I understand.
But I understand not everybody's a graphic designer, so
No,
it is
no.
what it is.
Definitely not. No, man. And it's yeah, but it won't be as good as what real artists can do for sure. I mean, it's hard. So, um, guys, we're gonna wrap it up. Josh, what do you got going on? What you got coming up, man?
It's a great question. I have more plants to plant. I got a lot in the backlog. So I did my honeyberries, which is sort of fun. Now I just got to find more space for figs because I got a lot of figs still to put in the ground. And just, I think the hard thing is deciding like what goes in the ground, what stays in a pot, and what do I just give away because I don't have space for it. So that's what I'm working on. I'm also got some other videos that I've got coming out. I'm pretty excited about. Just I'm starting to do some interviews with people, which is neat. So I'm going to try my hand at some long form interviews just to see how it goes. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, that's what I got coming up.
Who were you with last week? You were doing like a one-on-one, had the microphones. Your sound quality on your videos, dude, with those microphones was so crisp. It was so
Thanks.
fantastic, man.
Yeah, that was the Rode kit. I've got the Rode Wireless Pro kit, and I haven't mounted on these little handheld things, but I jack them up in the software too. I'll be honest. I do a lot of manipulation in
Yeah.
my videos. So,
Yeah. It's hard with all the background noise nowadays. You
Yeah.
almost don't need a wireless mouse because you can just do the background noise removal. It's kind of nice.
Exactly.
Or isolate voice. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's been fun meeting like people that aren't exact gardeners, like this landscaper that I always did this video with, and just people that are just slightly outside the like straight up gardener. Even talking to farmers that do like these orchards, I've learned a lot from these people. So it's just been fun to interview different types of people.
And now I remember what he was talking about in the video. It's like something Jeremy I think would do because he was laying out like how a flower bed should be. And he's like there should be no straight lines. And he took a water hose and used it to make the curves. I was like, that's a dirty point gardening. I can see Jeremy doing that. I could definitely see that. But yeah, no, I love it, dude. I get to go to meet landscapers, hardware store owners. I'm on a tour right now. I started in Houston, worked my way. I'm in Destin, Florida right now. So I'm gonna hit a bunch of Florida nurseries, and I'm headed north for the Great Fall Garden Festival on Saturday with Cog Hill, Just Dig It. Haas is gonna be there. So really excited about that. But I'm gonna meet a bunch of people, and like just from like Lake Charles to where I'm at now plants are different. People grow things differently. It's so cool getting to learn new things from people.
Awesome.
It's fantastic. But awesome, dude. Well, always great having you. Thanks, man. Mr. Phil Figs, what's
Hey.
going on, dude?
I'm going to be in Texas soon. It's coming up.
Somebody was asking
I
about
think.
it.
Yeah. Looks like people were able to post. There should be a link. If you Google search it, you can find out where in Angleton, Texas it is.
Yes,
Yeah,
I'll put a link. I'll
Texas.
post a link. I'll post a link in the
Post a
chat.
link there. But I've been out of fig trees. People are asking, and I wish I had fig trees for you, but I'm prepping up for December when I'll have fig cuttings available. If anyone wants to propagate their own fig cuttings, because I have about 80 varieties out there, and I got to try a bunch of fun new varieties right now, and that's kind of what the content is until I go to Figtoberfest. I will be talking about propagation in my presentation there. And then I'll get to do a plant swap and meet a lot of you, see a lot of you again that I saw last year. I'm really excited to do it. And then Destin has some plans. He's just going to take me around and we're going to drop in some cool places. And I'm really excited to go back. It'll be a blast. If a lot of you guys don't know this, but when we all meet up with each other, it's the same. It's the same energy. It's the conversation picks up where it left off when we meet each other in person, which is always fun.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, it's like we see each other like we talk once or twice. I mean, we talk like almost every day, but like it's like seeing your friend from camp is what it is. It's like
That's what it is. Yeah, it's like
Yes.
seeing your friend's summer camp.
it's like, oh, you grew a foot. You got a beard now. Oh my God. Awesome, dude. I can't wait to see you on October 4th for Figtoberfest in Angleton, Texas. I posted the link for the Facebook event in the chat. So it's a free event. It's gonna be all day. If y'all 8 to 4. If you have a table, if you sell, if you sell plants, if you sell, crochet items, if you sell sandwiches, you sell bakeries, like whatever you want to do. We have like a marketplace set up. You just gotta make sure you bring your tent or your table or whatever. We're not providing any of that, but it's gonna be so much fun.
And we have food trucks, which I'm stoked.
We
Although
do have
Destin
food
does
trucks.
awesome breakfast jaunts nearby for breakfast tacos. And also, if you want to support Phil's Fig, check out these hats. I just got them,
Nice.
buddy. So they got the logos.
The
Anyway.
Ashton Kutcher trucker hats for sure. I love it, dude. Awesome. Mr. Jeremy, Dirty Pumpkin Gardening. What do you and Alicia got going on, dude?
Well, about to get everything cleaned up, get ready for fall. All the fall stuff's pretty much planted. Got to get garlic in here soon. But I got a lot of side quests going on right now, so busy, just trying to get caught up on stuff. Going to be doing some cooking, some canning and stuff going on here, so still a lot of stuff to do. And then we got some winter projects, maybe building out my new seed starting area and stuff like that. So
Definitely, man. Well, and you and Phil both, like, I think y'all's cooking videos are underrated. Like, people love seeing that, just because it's not gardening doesn't mean people don't want to see it, Maybe not
everybody
everybody.
seems to like the cooking videos, especially because I use, what I have in the garden at the time and, incorporate that into what I'm making. So, it always, people like to get ideas of how to use what they're growing. Because sometimes you're just kind of looking at a bunch of random stuff like, okay, what do I do now?
Love that.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Love it, dude. Well, cool. Well, always happy to have you, Jeremy. Thank you so much, man.
Yeah, man.
We know you're busy, so we appreciate getting some time with you.
Good to be back. Merch links in bio. Anybody wants to check stuff out? Got some new stuff. A lot of different stuff in there.
Yeah, and he comes out with merch like once or twice, like a couple times, usually a couple times a year. So I mean, you do a lot of cool stuff. Like
we're going to be dropping some winter stuff here in a month or so. But yeah, I design all my own stuff.
No ChatGPT, no Sora.
Lish and I do our own printing and embroidery too. So
wow,
yes,
impressive.
Yes, and if anybody out there is looking for stuff done, like they do my merch, they do my hats, and help me out a lot with that. So reach out to them and they'll hook you up. So as if Alicia's not busy enough, right?
Yeah, she could take on a few more projects. Somebody got to pay the bills.
Oh my God! Well. Always awesome having you all on. Like I said, I'll be at the Great Fall Garden Festival at Petals from the Past in Jimison, Alabama this Saturday. Looking forward to seeing everybody. I think Bowtie said he's going to be there. G&G is going to be there. Looking forward to seeing all the people that are there. And so we will see y'all then. And guys, thank you all so much for being here, and we'll see you next time. Awesome. Whoops. In the stream.